From the very day you're born, society hands you a blueprint. It's this comfortable lie, right? And it sounds super familiar. Go to school, get good grades, find a secure job, work for 40 some years, and then eventually retire. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a concept that is literally going to change how you look at money, work, and even your own education. We're talking about a massive invisible system operating in the background of all our lives, quietly training most of us to stay, well, financially average. Seriously, I want you to sit with this for just a second. What if that widely accepted blueprint was never actually designed to make you wealthy? What if the whole system only works smoothly because millions and millions of people just follow the rules without ever stopping to question them? We really have to ask ourselves, who is actually winning when an entire society just blindly follows this prepackaged path? Chapter 1. The Invisible System. Okay, let's dive into this. You see, society almost invisibly trains us to become obedient workers instead of owners. It's a sequence that feels almost robotic and totally predetermined. Step 1, you go to school to learn how to be a quote-unquote good employee. Step 2, you land that secure job. Step 3, you rack up debt, which, believe me, we'll get into in a minute. And Step 4, you just put your head down and grind until you're 65. This is the classic paycheck cycle. You're literally just trading your very limited time for money, over and over again for decades. Chapter 2, The Endless Debt Machine. Now, what's really interesting about this whole setup is that it isn't just about trading time for money. It's about what happens to that money once you actually earn it. $0. That's a massive, heavy number. And it represents the exact amount of cash left over for so many people at the end of every single month. Why? Because of absolutely crushing consumer debt. We're talking about the normalization of carrying high-interest credit card balances, taking out huge auto loans for cars that just lose value, decades of student loans, and oversized mortgages. These debts literally trap you. When your future labor is already promised to a bank, you have absolutely zero financial flexibility. None. And here's the kicker. Just earning a higher salary rarely solves this problem. Notice how the biggest chunks of an average income go straight out the window to debt, liabilities, and taxes, leaving this tiny, pathetic sliver for savings. This is lifestyle inflation in action. As people get raises or snag promotions, sure, their income goes up, but their spending shoots up right alongside it to match. They upgrade the car, they get a fancier apartment, and suddenly that bigger paycheck is completely eaten up. Their actual cash flow is exactly where it started. Chapter 3. The Modern Consumer Trap. And this brilliantly illustrates the tug-of-war we're all in. On one side, society is constantly pressuring you to acquire status symbols and luxury brands, things you probably don't need bought with money you might not even have, just to impress people you don't even know. It's wild. This system goes way beyond just handing you a credit card. It actively plays on your emotions, basically selling you a feeling of inadequacy that can supposedly only be fixed by buying more stuff. But on the flip side is actual financial reality, financial freedom, and true value. The trap here is that we've been completely conditioned to choose the shiny appearance of wealth over the quiet, kind of boring reality of actually being wealthy. Chapter 4. The Secret Wealth Formula. So the crucial point is, if the traditional blueprint is designed to keep you poor, how are the wealthy actually operating? Well, it boils down to one simple word: assets. Let's lock down exactly what an asset is, because honestly, this definition changes everything. An asset is a resource with economic value that you own or control, and you expect it to provide a future benefit or cash flow. The wealthy are absolute masters of delayed gratification. Instead of buying a liability that immediately loses value, they buy or build businesses, investments, and systems that literally put money into their pockets every single month. They are obsessively focused on cash flow. And then they take those assets and combine them with this magical concept: compounding. Compounding is simply the process where the value of your investment goes up because the earnings on that investment start earning interest themselves as time passes. This is the absolute bedrock of building true wealth over decades. Think of it like a giant snowball rolling down a hill, getting bigger and faster. While the middle class is stuck paying compounding interest on their debt, the wealthy are earning compounding interest on their assets. Chapter 5. The Secret Nobody Teaches. Here is the core secret that traditional schooling completely leaves out. Money is really just a tool used to buy back your time. Because time is, without a doubt, your most valuable, non-renewable asset. The worker mindset is totally built on selling hours. If you want to make more money, what do? You work more hours. But guess what? Your hours are capped. The wealthy mindset, on the other hand, is built on owning systems. When you own a business or a solid investment portfolio, that system operates and generates value whether you're working, sleeping, or chilling on a beach somewhere. Owning systems is going to beat selling hours every single time. Chapter 6: Escaping the Matrix. Let's move on and see how this all builds into an actual plan, because understanding the problem is really only half the battle. Here are the exact steps to finally break out of that paycheck cycle. First up, increase valuable skills. You've got to invest in yourself so your baseline market value goes up. Second, invest consistently. Let that compounding snowball do the heavy lifting for you. Third, build assets instead of hoarding liabilities. Fourth, start a side business. Shift your mindset from being just a consumer to being a producer. Fifth, create multiple income streams so you aren't totally reliant on just one boss. And finally, avoid lifestyle inflation. When your income goes up, keep your living expenses exactly where they are. All of those steps basically culminate in this one guiding principle: focus on true freedom instead of societal appearances. You have to be okay with driving an older car or living in a smaller apartment than your friends right now so that you can actually afford to buy back your future time later on. It's about consciously choosing the quiet, peaceful reality of true financial freedom over the loud, unbelievably expensive illusion of just looking rich on social media. I really want you to internalize this. The system isn't impossible to escape. It's really not. People do it every single day. But listen to me. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody's going to do it for you. The government won't do it. Your boss definitely won't do it. And your bank? No way. Every single self-made wealthy person out there started building their freedom the exact moment they consciously decided to just stop following the herd. I want to leave you with this final, really powerful thought. The question isn't whether the game is fair. The question is whether you'll finally learn the rules. Society handed you a blueprint that benefits the system, not you. But now you see the matrix. You know the secret of assets, compounding, and true ownership. The rules are sitting right in front of you. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with them?